As we exit the third quarter of 2024, we find ourselves looking at an expanding market that looks similar to markets in prior quarters and even prior years. But this time is different. This year, we're finding the market's rallying against an easing Federal Reserve. And not only that, Federal Reserves around the world are starting an easing cycle. This is the first time we've seen this since the global financial crisis, and it harkens a very new investment environment where I see three major themes emerging. We continue to believe that we are in an expansive economy, but we're going to see technology continue to lead, but cede growth to other sectors. The interesting part of the technology sector is artificial intelligence, or AI. Last quarter, one of the surprising things was that we saw the massive power demands required of these chips meant that Microsoft did a deal to reopen 3 Mile Island, which to people my age sounds like reopening Fukushima or even Chernobyl, but this is where we are. Consequently, we could see utilities and power companies start to benefit from the AI and technology boom. And furthermore, if you place that alongside the central bank easing, you would see natural leaders such as utilities, commodities, and even materials companies start to benefit because they benefit directly from lower interest rates. So although the market looks similar this quarter to last year's market, in fact, the macroeconomic backdrop has shifted such that we're seeing the initial booster stage from technology seed to a second level booster created by new sectors. And of course at Camelota, we're constantly looking for those winners to try to position ourselves to profit. Where this plays out in terms of bonds is, I remember a year ago, we were seeing the 10-year treasury with 5% handles routinely. Now, that has fallen below 4%. 3.75% is a very good yield now. The Fed is predicting that that's going to drop by another 1% within the next 12 months. So the fixed income markets have also rallied, but interest rates are lower to end this quarter. One of the things I love about being an investment advisor is seeing my clients' dreams become a reality because of our work. The mechanism that enables us to do that is the financial plan. And one of the 6 pillars of our financial planning process is educational planning. As we move into the back to school season, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the advantages of 529 plans, or certainly the surprising things that a lot of people don't know. All of us know about the tax deferred savings, meaning if you have gains in a 529 plan and you use it for qualified educational expenses, you don't pay any tax on those gains, which is a win. But there are other subtle ways that you can also gain from a 529. For example, new legislation enables you to take funds from a 529 and pair them with a Roth IRA. In other words, you can roll 529 funds into a Roth IRA. The challenge with Roth IRAs is you want the maximum amount of time for the money to grow in the Roth. The problem is that most of us don't earn enough money to qualify for a Roth until we're adults. And even then, in our first few years, we don't have the excess savings to put into a Roth IRA. The 529 legislation enables us to get around that by extending the amount of time that funds can grow, because they can grow in the 529 before they grow in the Roth IRA. What that means is that we can start saving basically when we're children, expanding the time horizon. And not only that, in our early employment years, when we may not have the cash flow, the parents can effectively lend the money to their kids to fund the Roth IRA down the road. So that's a huge win if you know how to do it. It's very technical, there are lots of rules, but as investment advisors, we've created a plan for that for every single kid of any of our clients, which enables us to help them make this into a reality for their kids. The second surprising thing that a lot of people don't know about 529s is you don't have to use them directly for the kid for whom they're created. can transfer them between beneficiaries to other kids, to nieces and nephews, or even to grandkids, and most surprisingly, to yourself. As we do more retirement planning, we're finding that people don't really want to retire. They want financial freedom, and that freedom comes with the ability to do something different to help their community. But a lot of times this requires them to go back and get added training or schooling. The great thing about a 529 is you could use it for yourself. You can transfer the money to yourself as a beneficiary to pay for this funding for further education throughout retirement. And in that way, it brings everything full circle in terms of supporting a full retirement plan. We encourage you to reach out to us if you have questions about any of these items, and I will wish you a very happy back to school season.